You're listening to Mornings with Sue Dial and Andrew Schultz, QR Calgary.
8:07 now, and last week's catastrophic water feeder main break has left Calgarians wondering how concerned we need to be about our aging infrastructure in this city. That feeder main was installed all the way back in 1975. Was it designed to last 50 years plus? Joining us to talk about the challenges and concerns facing Calgary's aging infrastructure is Dr. Muntasir Billah, who is an assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering at the University of Calgary. Good morning to you, Dr. Muntasir Billah. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate your time.
Good morning to you as well.
Let's talk about this particular 50-year-old water main. Can't be the only piece of aging infrastructure in the city. How big of an issue is this, kind of exceeding the design life, or should it last this long and longer?
Yeah, this is a very important question that not only the water infrastructure of our country is facing, it is all our infrastructures are aging, right? And when we have this aged infrastructure, it is not always like we design it for a 50-year service life. They can even last longer. Sometimes they can even last much less. It all depends on the different operating conditions and all the different stuff, like you never know, and also because of the climate change and everything, we see if they're not properly maintained, they can break even sooner than their anticipated service life.
Let's break this down, because this seemed to have come out of nowhere. It was a surprise. Is this a one-off, though, Dr. Billah, or should we be concerned about other pieces of infrastructure? I guess what I'm getting at is, are there protocols in place to check these things on a regular basis, yearly or every 5 years or so?
As far as I know, city has a very well-organized monitoring plan for this kind of aged infrastructure. Although I'm not involved with those city initiatives or in any way, but what I have read in city's website and different news is that they have a this water main monitoring plan and those leakage control plan, and they monitor those things every now and then. And also, you might have known that this particular water main was inspected and last year, and they found some issues, and that was repaired. But it's not sure that, did it break exactly at the same time or not. But as you know, those are operating always under harsh climatic condition, and since this pipe is almost 50 years old, it has aged, it was a concrete pipe, there might be changes in the soil pressure or contamination or corrosion of the pipe. It might result in this kind of failure. So currently, we still do not know what is the main reason of this pipe break, but I think soon we will find soon, and the city will have a more robust plan to maintain our old infrastructure.
And Professor, with this, I'm sure will come a very large price tag, because this is a massive job. City can't do everything alone. Do you think that the federal and provincial governments have a role to make sure that, not just the city of Calgary, but every city in this country help to keep the infrastructure up to date?
Yeah, that's definitely a big question that we are all asking, that we know that our infrastructure is aging and we have a lot of deficit in our infrastructure budget. So it is not only possible for the city to maintain all our infrastructure in a pristine condition. So definitely our federal and provincial government should help all the municipalities to maintain their infrastructure as well.
Doctor, could this maybe shine the spotlight on, whereas I think that we know about, for example, very cold winter weather and things to prepare for. And we know about, tornadic activity that's possible in the province of Alberta. But because a lot of us were caught off guard, should this be shining the spotlight on the individual homeowner's responsibility to be prepared for the unexpected?
Yeah, definitely we always need to be prepared for the unexpected, and with all the changes in the weather that we are seeing nowadays, it is high time that we are all prepared about the unexpected changes. As you mentioned, that we had some harsh winters, sometimes we have very warm climate, and this also changes our soil movement, and this can be another reason for breakage of this pipe, and also the tornado season kicking in. We should be very careful about that too.
Thank you so much for your time this morning, Professor. Thanks for helping us break this down and make everybody understand a little bit better. It's been a big issue, obviously, in the city of Calgary, and I know they're doing their darndest to get things fixed up. Thanks so much for joining us on the topic.
You are very welcome.
Appreciate it. Dr. Muntasir Billah is an assistant professor in the Department of Civil Engineering at the University of Calgary's Schulich School of Engineering.